Hello, hello, hello. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm so happy to be talking to you about this delightful little movie that reminded me of a live action Nickelodeon movie from the 90s. What made you want to get into acting and to kind of follow that up? What was it like leading a film as your first role?
Okay, first of all, I love your background. Super cool.
Thank
Second
you.
of all, okay, you're welcome. So my mom took me to an acting event that she heard over the radio station, and I have never ever acted before, so I had no experience. This is when I was like 7 years old, and from the first time I did it, I don't know what it was, but I just enjoyed the feeling of it. I enjoyed getting into character and saying things I'd probably never say in real life. And this audition going into it, I knew it was something that I really wanted to book from the moment I read about the script and who my character was, the character that I was auditioning for. And when I actually booked it, I was in so much shock. And I was it's my first ever movie and I was the lead role for it. So that definitely made that mean a lot to me. And also the fact that it was filmed in Hawaii, which is where I'm from, it also meant a lot to me.
So, Owen, for you, I loved you on the House with Clock on the Walls. I
Yeah.
thought you were terrific in that film. And that was a movie where you got to lead. So, what was it like playing a supporting role now?
I mean, it's great. I mean, it's not super different. It's really just the showing up to set and being there every day. That's definitely the hardest part. And Kay, I'm sure you can agree with that because you were on set almost every single day. I wasn't there for the last 2 weeks because that was when they were shooting in New York, right, Kay?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty similar experience. You get all the same treatment as anybody else, and I think it's great.
How do you feel about representation and being and seeing Hawaiian culture on screen? What does that mean to you?
I think especially with like all the crazy, some good, some bad things that are happening right now, movies like this about culture and the importance of it and your family are all things that people really need to hear, whether they like it or not. So I think this movie is a great, I think I'm really proud to be a part of a movie that's so important like this one about the culture.
Yeah, I think it's really important, to know about different types of cultures, especially your own. And I'm really grateful that this movie shares information about the Hawaiian culture because I do think it's important for people to know about it. And especially if you're going to come visit the land, like I think it's good for people to know it's important to take care of, the land because it provides for you. So I think it's important for people to know about their culture and really know how to respect it.
Growing up, I'm sure you both watched a lot of movies. What was one of your favorite adventure films growing up? We'll start with Owen.
Oh God, there are so many. I think Goonies is definitely one of them. And Goonies is very similar to this movie. But adventure movies, I was more of a comedy movie kind of person. So my favorites were movies like um Elf and movies like those were really funny. But I think, oh God, I don't really know. That's a really good question. I think I can't say this. My favorite movie ever definitely is Pitch Perfect. I don't
There
know
you
if
go.
okay, yeah, you've definitely seen it. It's so good.
I love the Goonies. I seen it like one time, like before we started filming, like when I was like 10, when I was younger. And then Owen and I actually watched it during filming, so that was fun. Okay, I don't even remember the movies I used to watch when I was younger, but the first ever movie I watched was The Lion King. So I went from those kind of movies to scary movies. So now I love horror movies and adventure movies. It gets me so like interested. But yeah, I definitely say my favorite movie right now would have to be Finding Ohana.
Oh, that's awesome. What a great way to end. Thank you so very much. I think you both are going to have a very long career ahead of you.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one.